MILF.
Did you know that in 1977, on March 10th, modern astronomers officially marked that Uranus had rings? Sorry, the universe threw science, space facts at me. And now I'm fascinated. No, you don't get that one. That's so interesting. Well, okay, so apparently in February of 1789, Herschel had suspected that there were rings around the planet. But Herschel in 1789 was pretty much just like, everyone went, nah, there's no rings out there. And so nobody gave credit to Herschel's observation until in 1977 on March 10th. James L. Elliott, Edward W. Dunham, and Jessica Mink in a observatory were looking at Uranus and saw rings on it. That's so cool. I love space. Okay, wait, if they discovered it in 1977, and next year is 2027, that means that next year in March, it would be the 50-year anniversary. That's how math works, right? Anyways, space is cool. Also Mario. That's all I got. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. I have space facts on the brain and rocks. And that's really all I've got for you today, except that I wanted one more day of Fields of Mistria before we go back to playing Cult of the Lamb. So today is the last day that I'll play Fields of Mistria before we finish Cult of the Lamb. And then I have no promises for what happens between Cult of the Lamb and starting Tales of Graces. Something will happen. Something will happen. Nope, I need to stop looking at space facts. I need to- oh, nope, that's my writing facts. I need to stop looking at the things and the stuff. I was looking in the mirror earlier and went, oh wow, I'm becoming hot, so I'm having a good day. That's good. I mean, I think that's something that everybody should aim for, whether or not you are trans or any identity. You should aim to, at one point, look in your mirror and go, I'm getting hot. Is there anything else going on? Well, I mean, there's a lot of things going on. Are there things that I care about that are going on? I feel like there was something I wanted to talk about, but I have no idea what it was. So it doesn't matter, now it's time for Fields of Mistria. I hear VTubers are in Fortnite, that's a thing? Kizunu Ai. She got a Fortnite collab, and then a whole bunch of people came out of the woodwork and went, what the fuck is Kizunu Ai, and why are they putting AI in Fortnite? That's not a joke, by the way. People looked at a VTuber with the name AI, and went, why are they putting AI in Fortnite? Nobody thought for 2 seconds that maybe it's a different language. Fortnite is upping their prices? To what? They have prices? Their Fortnite price? Oh yeah, effective March 19th. Oh. They're changing the V-Bucks prices, which effectively ups the price, but they're just changing the amount of blank that you get for money. That's what I meant? I don't know anything that's happening with Fortnite. All I know is Lizard. Okay, continue. Lizard. I feel like there was a thing recently, but I just don't remember what it was. Was it something to do with a Mario movie? They're coming out with another one. And it has what's-her-face in it. What's the space lady? Who was the space lady from Super Mario Galaxy? Rosalina, that one. That one. I'm fine. She's in it. Everybody has feelings about her. You said space lady and it was like in the video game in real life. There are a lot of very cool IRL space ladies that have done a lot of very cool things. Space milks. No. I was more so thinking of all the women that have been behind a whole bunch of our scientific progress that we don't always recognize and don't always celebrate as much as we probably should. There's an emergency vehicle doing noises outside. Why did I say it like that? Okay, we gotta let the animals out. Go outside. Hi everybody, I love you. I need to make more barns. Okay, hold on. We need to have a to-do list. No, we don't need to have a to-do list. You know what the to-do list is? Whatever I think I can possibly do. It's Friday night at the inn. Tomorrow I can go on a date with Juniper again. That's all that matters. B. I lied. It's not all that matters. That's a lot of emergency vehicle noises, actually. Have I gotten an alert on my phone again? So, fun fact, if there's an accident on the major interstates in your town and you have some neighborhood apps, sometimes they send you emails when major things happen. Nope. No alerts. Just my dad being sad that Steam was doing server maintenance earlier. And by Steam was doing server maintenance, I mean Steam doing the regular Tuesday night shutdown. I forgot completely that there is a weird cult of animals over there, and I am very scared. I did this. I did this. Why did I do this? Why did I make a cult in a video game out of plushies? Why am I the way that I am? It's a mystery, but we'll get there. Okay. I saw a coyote the other day. Hopefully from not next to it. From a fair and respectable distance where you will not get bit. Hi, everybody. Sure. Although sometimes you don't really get a choice. Sometimes the animals just sneak up on you and you go, oh. Here, you can have this, sir. Okay, where's your brother? Is he... I thought I saw him over here. Yes, you. Yeah, that's for you. Ozzy. Wait. 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 I need a stick. Stick. I cleaned that really delicate Miku figure the other day. You know, that really pretty one for the 16th birthday? I may have, like, almost broken something. Woo? I'm so worried about you. It's probably fine. And if something broke off, I hope it's something that you never notice and that it never really matters. Do I go? This is for you. Do I go to the mines and try to do mine things today? I didn't mean to talk to you. Have a stick. Maybe I do more mine things today. Hold on. Elsie's up here somewhere and I want to get the hot goss. My wife. Lately, I've been having unnerving thoughts. Like, I wonder how Stan's doing, and I wonder if Stan's eating enough. Surely it's a side effect of the spell you cast on me. Yep. The spell is called gay. Aiden. Okay, why is that stew in a pumpkin? Nope, we're not gonna question it. You'll miss Friday night at the inn if you go to the mines? No, I won't. I definitely won't. I will leave very quickly. I will leave very quickly. But I want to go to the bottom of the mines. There we go. I need more gold. I need more of a lot of things. Native Americans did used to have some veggies like pumpkins to serve food. No, it makes sense. It does make sense, but also they clearly have enough bowls in Mistria. So I don't know why they're serving it in a pumpkin. My confusion is more so about what Mistria seems to be doing. Does Hayden like pumpkin stew? Yes, that's what I just got. Was knowing that he likes pumpkin stew. Don't forget to talk to Elsie on a daily basis. She'll tell you more things. Why is it called a pumpkin? Does it have a family? What? Come here. Whee! Hot potato! I love a potato. Do I want to try to get that? Yeah, I want the diamonds. Oh. This is amazing. 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 I can turn my cat into a little mushroom guy. This is amazing. Hi, Star. I could turn my cat into a mushroom. For fun. And whimsy. Fantastic news. The real question is, can I find my way to the 80th floor? Quickly? Or no? Because if I can find it, I can go to Friday night at the inn. But also, okay, I don't know if anybody else has felt like this time zone change. This one has had hands. I feel like I have been more confused this time zone change than any other. I've been sick AF, so it really threw me off. I just feel like this one hit harder than other ones. I can't tell if it's a me thing. Like, did I do something? open it. Oh. Have fun, Minty. More projects. Hero, thank goodness. So glad to see that you are safe. To think that the fire seal would be trapped. I regret that I did not foresee it. Yet you have survived and succeeded in breaking the seal. Finally, my voice can reach you more clearly. You've done well. I sense something, Hero. Draconic power. Faint, like a trembling pulse. Weak, but alive. No, it could not be. Lord Calderis has materialized in physical form? And he did so to save you from the sealing scroll? It is nothing short of a miracle. Why did I not see Ether's message? Never mind, I see them now. Star going, blocked him? He blocked you? Yet to take such a drastic measure. Lord Calderis must be protected at all costs. If he were to... No, we shall not let any harm come to him. We'll need to proceed with extreme caution, Hero. Thank you, Time, for saying these nuts. The last seal was trapped. Surely this one must be as well. Pray, do not touch anything in this room. It is not safe. I'm gonna touch everything in this room. We cannot risk attempting to open the rune seal in the usual manner. You are the only one who holds hope of reaching the final seal through the runes beyond, for I remain incorporeal. Lord Calderis and I are relying on you. But can I smooch you? You are our only hope. I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. For now, let us focus on the rune seal. I am useless in this room. If we cannot break through it in the typical manner, perhaps we can devise a way around it. So to speak, are you Furin? The boundary between worlds grows thinner, the closer we become to the final seal. With enough draconic magic, it should be possible. Lord Calderis has granted you Dragon's Breath, has he not? Come, Hero. If we cast it in unison, I believe we can open a portal to a nearby plane of existence. What the fuck do you mean? If there are two people breathing fire, it opens a portal to another dimension. This is somehow if you cross the beams in Ghostbusters. This is Ghostbusters. This is fantasy Ghostbusters now. As far as I'm concerned, this is now fantasy Ghostbusters. This is fantasy Ghostbusters. This is fantasy Ghostbusters. We've succeeded. Wonderful. Now follow me. Okay. Why am I following her through a door that she has made when I don't know who she is except that she knows Calderis, and Calderis has not really said anything about any of this? Why are we in the void? Excellent. This should do nicely. Maybe there will be a gift shop in the dragon dimension. I'm blinking. I'm drinking water. I'm stretching. Okay. Close your eyes, Hero. I shall grant you void sight. You will need it in order to proceed. Oh. We are one step nearer to the magic realm now, Hero. Of course, we cannot truly reach it from here. Not while two seals remain closed. This place is more of a connection point, a field between your world and mine. But that makes it malleable. This is the end of a JRPG. And that is just what we need. Do you see the cauldron there? You must gather 5 void stones, 5 void powders, 5 void herbs, and 5 void pearls and place them within. Your new void sight ability will allow you to see and harvest these items throughout the mines. Once you've collected the necessary materials, we will use them to create a void mass. Why is there a lot of void here? That'll be our key to safely breaking through the rune seal. I summoned myself before you could. Actually, the podcast I was listening to shut itself off for some reason, so I checked my phone and noticed stream, so I think I actually the void summoned me. This is 80, I think? Go now, hero. But do not speak word of this to Lord Kel- Why am I lying to him? He is much too weak, and we must not tempt him to intervene again. Let us protect him. He must stay safe until the final seal is broken. Why am I lying to him? Oh, there she go. Passive skill, void stones can be collected by breaking through with a pickaxe, void pearls can be found by fishing up small fish shadows, void powder can be found sometimes by defeating monsters, void herbs can be found and harvested from the underground. Okay. I guess. Box. Oh, well, I can go up, that's fine. Whee! Okay, what else can I steal back for myself? Okay, that's all I can steal. That's not true. I already learned that recipe. Now I can steal this back for myself. Okay. Friday night at the inn. Friday night at the inn. She might be the imposter. You are not saying that she is sus, Ether. You are not. She is not sus. She is normal. And we love her. I'm banning everybody. Not everybody. It's really just Woo. Juniper. Time for a wonderful weekend of doing absolutely nothing, and this is why she's my wife. I love her. A week with minimal emergencies. Now that's something to celebrate. It's wonderful to see the town come together on Friday evenings. Not to mention a perfect time to gather the latest gossip. Okay, I'm going back to trying to sleep now, rats. Okay, so now I'm gonna scream really, really loudly at T. I'm joking, I'm not gonna do that. You know I made the tables at the end? You can put whatever you want on them. They're sturdy as all get out. Sorry, Stan, I'm concentrating right now. On what? I've decided it's time to become the champion of relaxing on a Friday night. So like you should explode a creeper. Looks like a big crowd tonight. Happy Friday. I'm so happy you could make it, Stan. It was a good week, wasn't it? Let's celebrate. Okay. I'm happy to report that it was a good week for the general store. I hope business was good on your farm too, Stan. We're friends. Glad you can make it. You're making the rounds, right? Come back around and say hi when you can. It's nice to catch up. The Western Ruins are an excellent place for finding artifacts. There are so many discoveries waiting to be made. I'm making friends with so many people! After a long week on the farm, it's good to see so many faces around the table. Yours too, Stan. I'm not around the table. Stan, if you're here, then it's really a party. Friendship! Nothing beats spending an evening with friends, eh? Especially when you don't have to cook. Want to hear a secret, Stan? I've got a line on a good deal. I'm meeting my contact tonight, and if everything goes well, then yours truly will be rolling in it by the time the deal is done. Good luck! Thanks, Stan. Luck is the one thing money can't buy. Or was that love? Hi, Icy. No matter how busy things get, there's no way I'll miss spending Friday night at the inn with everyone. Except I will repeatedly. Lovely to see you make it to the Friday gathering, Stan. Do let me know if you'd like to split some cake. I have cheesecake. I love spending a night out and seeing all my favorite people. Of course, that includes you, Stan. I love her outfit. Celine's winter outfit is so wonderful and cute. It's so cute. She's adorable. Friday night means one thing and one thing only. A full table. And a full table means it's time to buy every appetizer on the menu. Okay. Friday night is fun and all, but Saturday is nice too. I like walking around the market. Or as I like to call it, my royal promenade. Why do grown-ups like Friday so much? The other days are nice too. Oh, you'll understand one day, Luke. Friday means that no one will tell me to go to bed because they're all too busy gossiping. Yay for gossip. Okay. Bella's also cute. And I can't ride my horse inside, and that's really disappointing. Anyways, I love all of them very much. I love the NPCs of this game. I love them a normal amount. Okay. I need to keep this one, but I can get rid of many other things. And I'm going to sell many things because I'm supposed to be selling forageables and I keep forgetting to do that, so we're just gonna start throwing a whole bunch of things in here to sell so that I will eventually get the credit for doing that. I'm about to eat so many crab rangoons. I mean, you can do that. How do I change the look of my cat? Okay, that's just kind of funny. That's just kind of funny. It's really tempting to just leave my cat as a mushroom. What if I just leave my cat as a mushroom? Oh my god, it makes different noises. No, I miss Hamlet. It was funny first. I miss Hamlet. I miss Hamlet so much. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm normal. Everything is great. Let's send everybody inside. Aether, what if you can turn them into the cat lava slime creature thing? Hold on, Aether, what if you could make them a melted cat? If I can make my cat a melted cat, I'm making my cat a melted cat. If I can do it, I will do it. Okay. Hi, Hamlet. Bedtime. Imagine picking up your melted puddle of a cat and also dragging them into bed with you. It's even funnier when you just think about it, like, you just pick up a monster and you go, we're going to bed now, hunk shoot time, and you treat them like a plushie. But it's really funny if it's a magma cat. Do you think you can still pick up the magma cat form? It's Darcy's birthday! I need to take presents for people. Hi Hamlet, I love you. What do people like? Was I supposed to make something? Or what's his face? No. Ooh, rose hip. I have rose hip somewhere. Right here. Ooh, and that's the thing that I need to give to... what's her face? Okay. I don't remember what I came in here for. Oh, I need presents. That's what I was looking for. I need presents for people. It is Darcy's birthday. Darcy likes golden eggs, so we will give her golden egg. She gets golden egg. What's-his-face will like this. I think the other guy just likes gold things, so we could just give him random gold things. So I need a golden egg. We'll do a second golden egg for what's-his-face. And then we'll do 2 feathers for the other people. And then I need pomegranate juice for the hair lady. I've forgotten her name entirely right now. Hold on, I'll get there. You and my friend were getting soft tacos later. Can I make tacos? Vera, that's what it is. I should just start giving tacos to every character in this game. We're gonna need more poinsettias. And more cauliflower. I suddenly want tacos? Yeah, it's to celebrate friendship. Completely understandable and normal reaction. I still am not over the space information about today. And how much we keep learning about space despite how old space is, and then I think about how we know nothing about the ocean too. Man, the world's so full of things to learn. Can I have tacos to celebrate the existence of tacos? Yeah. Yeah. Space. Maybe I need to play Portal 2 just to see the space- no, Portal 1 to see the Space Corps again? I need to see the Space Corps again. I miss him. What's 5 times 6? 30. I know how to count. Nope, poinsettias don't go here. Poinsettias go here. What happened? Today is the anniversary. It's the 19th, no, 49th. I know how to do numbers. The 49th anniversary of when they officially, in the modern era, discovered the rings on Uranus, which is just a fascinating- I'm in the wrong chest. Just a fascinating thing to learn that we keep making discoveries about space. And just things keep changing all the time. I'm keeping the curry with me. Did I let everybody out? Yes. Nope. We'll come back for that stuff in a minute. In 20 years it will be 69. Well, damn, now I have to live long enough to see that. Some things we find are very, very scary. Yeah, but I think it's all worth celebrating. Baked main dishes. Okay. That man wants emeralds, I guess. Hold on, let me see if I have emeralds. Did I have emeralds? I have 9 emeralds. Yeah, sure, you can have 7 of them, I guess. Okay, let's go give presents to people. Vera, come here. You're the best, Stan. Thanks. Yes. I could finish out my haircuts. We'll look at the hi Juniper. Okay, I'm normal. I'm normal. I think you're going to like this one, Stan. Well, I know the least about him. Give me this one. He just likes rocks. I found another man that just will accept being given a rock. What are we, penguins? Keep seeing this short about the size of the largest known star in the universe. It's scary. Like, legitimately. Knew it was my birthday? Gosh, Stan, thank you. Hey, Stan, I've got just the thing to warm you up. Okay. You would like a feather. Materials of this caliber beg to be transformed into the finest of goods. I feel inspired, touched by the divine. My deepest gratitude to you, Stan. Okay. Weep. This is incredible, Stan. With such quality materials, I could make my refurbished projects look better than new. Okay. Bye-bye. Gold egg for the weird gold man. How did you know? Gold is my favorite color. Okay. Here, you can have this. A stunning dish. Just how Mama used to make. Bravo. Chocolate cake. Do I have that recipe? Can I make chocolate cake? Do I know how to do this? Let's ask chat. Chat, how many times do you think our sun could fit into the largest known star, Stevenson 218? It's some absurd number. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Oh, I can't make chocolate cake. I can make exactly one chocolate cake. Ding. It's restorative. Oh, 2 chocolate cake. I only need 1 chocolate cake. I was just thinking it was treat time. Not that it's something I do regularly, or have an official name for. Tartan and cake. This must be your entry for the chocolate cake challenge. It looks... Never mind how it looks. Let's see how it tastes. Are you sure you made this yourself? Fine, fine. Here's your prize. More than 10 billion soul could fit into Stevenson 218. Yeah. Okay, so when I say that the more that we learn about the universe, the bigger and scarier it gets, it's things like that that really... I don't think I personally can even comprehend how big of a scale that is between 2 different stars, our star and Stevenson 218. Like, because I've looked at some of this before, and I've looked at some of like the clouds that are out there. And it's nuts. It stretched from the Oort cloud to Oort cloud. Yes, no, it's like, there's so much going on out there in space, and I'm always so endlessly fascinated by it. Garlic. Okay, this man wanted emeralds. With these 7 chaos emeralds... It's Sonic. Hi everybody, this is Sonic. This is Sonic. This is we've somehow we've entered a farming game and now we're in a Sonic game. Wait, these are just regular emeralds. Well, I suppose that's still pretty good. Okay, so either this is the Sonic world or hear me out, that man's a nerd. Who wanted the bait? Okay, it is Terithia. Where is Terithia? Ma'am? Have I seen you and just not noticed? Yes. So this is common bait, is it? Thanks, Stan. I'll give it a try next time the fish aren't in biting mood and see how it does. I always say Taritha, she has an IA at the end. That Weedle tried to sell me an old barnacle-encrusted treasure chest for a ridiculous price. Why would I pay for something I fish up twice a week for free? Mostly stuff that has little mass, not enough mass to get sucked into the solar system, like what makes up our planets and sun. Listen, the more you learn about the Milky Way galaxy and our place in the Milky Way galaxy and our place in the observable universe so far, that can really give you an existential crisis. Hi Juniper, I love you. Hold on, I gotta go turn in a hot potato. We're in the boondocks of the backwoods of the universe. We are! We legitimately are. Like, the more we look at it, we're like, yeah, we're nowhere special at all. There's nothing here. Do I go on another date with her? I mean, I have to, right? Mary helped me furnish the bathhouse very quickly after I arrived. She even managed to find me the perfect chair for my desk. Valen called it a throne the other day. Can you imagine? If I had a throne, it would be so understated. Well, I'm not taking her to the beach. Hold on, I'm gonna look at things in the store first. There's so many recipes here. Okay, hold on, wait. Let's think about this. Do you have new clothes? Beanie! Bye. Cute! Okay, you only have these 4. Because the universe expands faster than the speed of light, some people say there might be a huge amount of the universe we cannot see. Oh, absolutely! 100% there's a large portion of the universe that we just straight up cannot see. I didn't mean to talk to you. Recipes. I want teacup. I want a beer mug. I want a spooky haunted bed. I want spooky haunted floor. I want an armoire. Cake! Okay, now sell me more. What if I just learn everything? What if I just say, screw it, I'm learning everything today? I'm learning it all. Do you also just buy a bunch of recipes? No? I'd never do. How did Highguard crash out so hard? Okay, so I've talked extensively about this with some coworkers of mine because I have a lot of opinions about this, and I think I understand what happened, and I think I understand why it all went wrong. There's no recipes here. Okay. So, Highguard was originally planned to be a shadow drop. First of all, that was a terrible decision. It would not have done anything if they tried to do a shadow drop of it. So, strike 1 for that team. They were going to try to drop this with no lead up, no nothing, and just expect people to find it, get hooked on it, and keep playing it. Number 2, it's just another live service game. Well, it's gone now, but it was just another live service game. Did it have some cool bones that could have done something cool? Yes. But a lot of multiplayer games at this point in time do something differently than what multiplayer shooters of the past did. And you want to know what it is, and it's not all of them. And it's not all-encompassing, this fact. Nobody's making campaigns. Halo was primarily known in my time as a multiplayer shooter, but its campaign was something that everybody could get into. And so people would play it for the campaign, get to learn how to play the game, do some ridiculous stuff in the campaign, and then move over to play the multiplayer side. Or Titanfall. Titanfall, which I still think of as primarily a multiplayer game, a lot of people rave about that campaign. Gears of War did it. So many IPs started with, here's your campaign that's basically your extended tutorial of how to play the game. And then here's your multiplayer side. And you want to go play multiplayer? Go play it. I mean, COD and other games still technically do it at this point, but their campaigns are, as far as I've understood, completely out there in a bad way, a little bit crazy, or they all just kind of fall flat at this point. So nobody's investing in the campaign in a good way. They're making the campaign as a tutorial, probably, and that's it. And that's all they're really thinking of it as. They're not thinking of it as anything past that. And I don't fault them for that. It makes sense to think about it that way with the state of everything. However, the campaigns were really make or break. Now, Highguard, to me, didn't look that special, didn't look like it could be too much. Had you shown me Highguard, but with a campaign mode, oh, I would have been all over it. I'm still, like, even though I don't think Marathon has a campaign mode at all, I have been, like, kind of tentatively looking at it and going like, well, are you interesting? Are you interesting enough to look at and to, like, invest any brain cells into? What does this table look like? I don't want this table right now. So it's this weird dilemma of, I think a lot of these live action games are making a lot of mildly interesting looking things without ever actually fully investing in making something that people are going to actually want to play. If you want a looter shooter, extraction shooter, Arc Raiders is way better than Marathon, but I still wouldn't touch Arc Raiders because more and more keeps coming out about how Arc Raiders used a lot of AI in its development and that there's some weird stuff going on with it. Also, by the way, I'm not bashing on Arc Raiders right now. However, if you do play Arc Raiders, I need you to go, like, make sure that your Discord is not connected to it. Because there was an exploit that somebody figured out where Arc Raiders was just kind of recording all of your communications in Discord in plaintext somewhere. If you had connected it. So, just like as a heads up and a warning that that was a thing that was going on. I don't play it, I don't talk about it, so I think this came up like a week or two ago, so it might have been dealt with at this point. Marathon is bad, put the art aside, the gameplay itself is pretty clunky, like a 2010 shooter. I mean, that's what Bungie does though. That's the funniest part, is like, I would be fine with Marathon playing like a 2010 shooter, because it's made by Bungie. And Bungie, even though I like Destiny 2, Destiny 2 does not play like a lot of like more modern games. In not a bad way, it's just old. And that's fine. It's fine. If you really like playing Halo 2 or something, it's your game. And there's actually probably a pretty strong market for that right now. There's another game that I put on my wish list. Hold on. The devs of it basically pitch it as a... not like a solution to, but as like, it's comparable to Halo and other things. Sprawl. Sprawl Zero. Sprawl exists, but Sprawl Zero is their upcoming title. And Sprawl Zero looks like Half-Life or Halo or a lot of games from that era. Like, it's rundown city, futuristic setting, robots, guns. Aether, I have 175. That might go down though. There's a couple games that I want to get. that are severely on sale right now. The art hurts my head. I don't mind the art. I kind of like the aesthetic, but I think there's other games that are going to serve it better. Do I have 20 iron ingots? Okay, I need to go into my house and see if I have things. I'm trying to save money. Aether, do you want to learn a very bad piece of information for your wallet? It's almost the Steam spring sale. Also, Dead Space is on sale? Like, Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3 are both like $4 each. And I have never been more tempted in my life than to get Dead Space. I've never played Dead Space a day in my life. Okay. Ooh, I do have enough. Except I don't have enough of you. God damn it. Okay, so I need to go get more iron, but let's go smelt some gold and go work on that. Also ads in 3 minutes. Okay, Aether, okay, how do I explain this to you? Deadlock is a first-person shooter MOBA. So the way that League operates with the different lanes, top, middle, and bottom. Is it bottom? It doesn't matter. You have lanes, you have the heroes that you pick, and then you pick your lane and you go. But it's a shooter. So it's not really like League, even though it is quote unquote like League. I've heard nothing, heard some complaints about the community, but nothing as bad as League. Okay, so here's the thing. It is a competitive game on the internet. The community's gonna have complaints. They're not gonna be great. Okay, what tools do I need? I need helmet, pants, boots, but I also need to do... Let's do the hoe and the shovel first. Oh. Ho, ho, ho. Comp games equal sweaty. Yeah, anything that has a competitive element is gonna have a sweaty community. Shovel. Yeah, but like slightly worse than something like CS. Okay, so I don't know where to put that on the scale of... Somebody's always yelling slurs in one of those. Somebody's yelling at women. Somebody is just yelling about a skill issue while they're bottom fragging. There's... Like, there's going to be complaints about everything, regardless of what you are and where you are and what game you're in. So, it's just basically like how many more slurs are getting thrown around. Because I've seen some clips of Overwatch that are awful. I've seen some clips of TF2 that are awful. I've seen some clips of every game that has ever existed. Yeah, what languages are the slurs in? Okay, we can do... I have enough for one. Let's do boots. The grouping margin is very close because they're all so differently awful in their own different ways. Yeah, it's hard to, like... It's hard to look at these communities and take them as anything more serious than, like, as ridiculous as I know they are. League equals slurs in Asian languages and English. Some of the shooters you get, but you get a lot of everything in some of the shooters. You get a lot of... I forget what game had a lot of Russian players in it. It's a lot of shooters, though. Yeah, Dota has a lot of Russian players. Those can go in there. I don't need this. I don't need that bug. I don't want this. Man, I really want BEETLE to release, but I will wait. You'll get there. It'll be fine. Every day I'm an inch away from getting a Switch 2. That's not true. I'm not gonna get a Switch 2, but I keep thinking about getting a Switch 2 because I just want to be the Ditto who is befriending Pokemon, but I don't need it. I have Snacko. I thought you said you weren't gonna. I know, but every day, every day, every day. The Ditto game is $70? Why is Ditto? Okay, whatever. That one's allowed. It is $70. It is technically a Nintendo title on a Nintendo platform, so it's gonna cost a lot. That's how it goes. However, if you want something like Pokapia that is not at a Pokapia price point, hold on. Well, I guess technically it is still slightly more expensive, but you could probably wait and find it on sale. I think one of the companies that has helped with this game, with Pokapia, also worked on Dragon Quest Builders. So here's the most recent one, if you want to look at it. But basically, just think about it as like they take an existing IP, give it a little bit of a voxel feel where you can do some building and some stuff, and then there's a whole bunch of like quest and story interactable stuff that you can do. And you can play Dragon Quest Builders on PC, on your Steam Deck, if you have other devices. It's a little bit easier and more accessible. And they have an original one. There's an original Dragon Quest Builders, which I'm sure is much cheaper. It is. It's $28 right now. The original Dragon Quest Builders. So, like, the blueprint exists and has existed for a while, and I, again, am pretty sure that this company helped with Pokapia if they were not directly contracted to build it. So, there are rumors about Switch 2 price increases. I don't think so. I haven't seen anything. That doesn't mean they're not happening, I just haven't seen anything. Although everybody kept saying that the Switch 2 prices had already increased, and I was like, they increased right before launch, and then haven't done anything since. And then I saw somebody complaining. In an interesting way, there's a lot of comparisons between the price of a PS5 now and a Switch 2. Which is really, really interesting to look at and kind of break down a little bit, because the Switch 2 is way newer, and the PS5 has been out for 6 years, 5 or 6 years. So the prices are going to be different. There's no way around that one. Lots of complaining. I mean, so to be very fair to everybody that is complaining about everything right now, there's a lot of shit going on in the world that nobody can really change or do anything about right now. And so a lot of people are complaining about things because it is all they can do. So I'm not gonna, like, be angry at anybody that is complaining about things. Because world sucks. World really sucks. There's a lot of, like, welp, somebody made a choice and I have to live with the consequences. And now my tank of gas for work for the week is over $50. And there's nothing I can do about it except maybe try to drive really far away from where I live to try and get to the cheaper prices. So there's a lot of that going on right now, so you're gonna see a little bit more complaining at the current moment. And the biggest thing I think anybody can do right now for your fellow man is to just let it kind of roll off your back and to close the internet. Because there's nothing else that anybody can do about what's going on. I didn't go on a date with Juniper. I didn't know what date to go on Juniper with. Go with Juniper on? I don't know how to sentence anymore. It's fine. I'll go with her on a date today. Maybe we'll just do another picnic, because I kind of want to get more of the dates in other seasons, but what if I get all of the dates in all of the seasons? No, because it only gives you the thing. For the first time it happens. Bird dog. Cool. Yeah, try to remember people are having a rough time. The internet meh, but the IRL keep safe rats. Tempers are high. Yes. If there was one thing that I would ever suggest for the rats in a time like this, which I read it recently and I wish that I could fund a, like, thing to just buy mass copies of this to send to people. Hi, Ether. I'm very happy you still have a laptop with 8 GB of RAM that's going strong. But there's a book called Keep Going by Austin Kleon, which Kleon is spelled like that. And it's about, like, basically making things in the face of adversity. And how sometimes all you can do is make art and make things and do your best. And there's really, really nothing else you can do sometimes. A lot of being nice to yourself and being kind to yourself when you can. 15. Wait, you want this. Nope. Boop. Deluxe honey? Somebody wanted deluxe honey. Yes, Reina wanted deluxe honey, so we won't sell this. We will instead give this to Reina. But then, the other thing that we need to do is go feed all of the animals because they are not going to be able to come out today. Leon Kennedy. Okay, are we being normal about Leon Kennedy again? I have Resident Evil 0. You can play whatever games you want to play. Do it, don't do it. Commit virtual crime in the video game, defeat evil, go fight some mold. The mold is a vehicle for grief. Yum. I don't think RE0 has much mold in it. No, that's pre-mold. The mold is named Jake? No. No. No, it's not. It does get names later on. Sometimes. Egg. Others. Horns can go in here. I don't need milk. Jake from State Farm is moldy, question mark. Well. Only one way to find out. When is Spring Steam Fest? Closer to the equinox. So like next week. Oh, not that many. 54. Wait. Shit. Reina. Wow, deluxe honey? You're incredible, Stan. What a complex flavor profile. I can already think of some dishes I want to try with this. Yes. I've done it. Okay. Let's go ahead and plant these seeds, and then since it's a rainy day, it would be a perfect day to go to the mines. And see if we can get some of the stuff that we need, not only for the void stuff, but for some other things. Because we need more iron, so maybe we need to go spend, like, a lot of time on the level that has iron. That might be our best bet, actually. I do, like, as a word of caution, because I have seen it start happening to a lot of people online, it's really hard to maintain positivity in a time like this, obviously. Make sure that you're taking time out to go look at the happy things and talk to friends about the happy things and to exist in a place with better things. It doesn't fix everything, and no, you are not horrible for taking a moment away from the horrors to look at anything else. There's a lot of pressure in an age with social media like what we have to be constantly connected into even all of the worst things going on. And I firmly believe that that is the worst thing you could ever do for yourself. Disconnecting away from things is incredibly important. And focusing on happy things will keep you going. And in the face of a lot of terrible, awful things, the thing that keeps you going is very important. Unfortunately, a lot of my friends are in the computer. You can still do things to curate your experiences in online spaces to remove a lot of it, and I know a lot of people will be like, but it's so much work, and then I have to do all these things and all this stuff, and while I also sympathize with that, if you do not do the work to try and protect yourself at all, you will think yourself into further despair. Like, of all the things that I miss about the old internet, I do actually legitimately miss the parts of the old internet that were so far disconnected from everything else going on. Ooh, Voidstone. Everything else going on that you could find better ways to disconnect. It's really, really hard to disconnect right now. That goes in my pocket. There's nothing over there that I want. Well, technically there's a lot of iron over there, but I don't really care that much. A bug. What level had emeralds? I'll never know. You cannot help anyone if you're completely out of juice from worrying about everyone. Yeah. The internet has become normie too. It has, in ways, which is good and bad. Bringing it up as conversation with friends and keeping each other accountable is a good strategy. Sometimes. I don't think always it's a good thing. Because I know some friends that will be like a little bit too intense about it. It does depend on the friend a lot. Bully your friends in starting NeoCities vlogs? No, I'm not gonna bully anybody into doing that. If they talk about making a website, I'll bully them into it then, because then they're already interested in making a website. but blogging's not for everybody either. As someone with many a foray into blogging, it is 100% not for everybody. Got nothing to say to most people. That's the other thing, is sometimes it feels really hard or really difficult to like do something like a blog if you don't feel like you have anything to say. Again, yeah, not in a bad way, just in a like, I don't really think that the world at large needs to know my opinions on Cracker Barrels from the Midwest. Like, I don't think anybody really needs that. That's just another fish. I didn't want that fish. Where's the void items? Lettuce. I didn't need that. Anything I have to say, someone just said better, so I'm just quoting other people. I think there's still value sometimes in doing that kind of work as well, but it's different. Woo, can you help me out? What the hell do you mean by C word? Do you mean Costco? Communism? Crouton? Crumbs creationist. Stars in a different plane of existence. You just said it. Crouton? I mean, I have no problem with it. Minty's the one with the problem with it. Unless you're talking about a different word. You can just write it, and then if it gets caught by Automod, you'll know. It's just stale bread. I like that message. I want that message. Don't call me adult about whether or not it was crouton. You said the C word and said the second letter was an R, and that's one of the things that's been banned in this chat before. I don't need the waterfly. We'll keep the rest of this. What? Did anybody else hear a noise? Am I haunted? Is it you? Are you haunted? There's nothing going on. There's nothing going on in the computer. As far as I can tell, the computer's not haunted today. It's probably fine. Anyways, let's go expand the house. So that I can spend an entire day not doing anything productive and instead decorating my house. Ooh. Ooh, another storage chest. Wonderful. Home upgrade. Bye. I have upgraded my house. I need silver ingots next. I meant, is cracker a word I can use, or is this one of those exclusivity rights? Cracker? Woo. If you are using it in a context in which it is a hateful word, then yes. If you are saying that you like to eat crackers, you're fine. Ooh, I can drop these off really quick. Twitch will only, like, get uppity about it when you are saying it in a way that is hateful. The context and intent matters. Whee! I love my cow. Maybe I missed my purple horse, though. The chests can go in here. I need to bake things to put in here so that I can get the mission for that. Baking. What if I just make bread? I guess I could make baked sweet potatoes? I'm scared. I'm making baked potatoes. I see there's context for this, and while I'm sure it was Cracker Barrel, will remain barrel for Ritz. And I wasn't wholly sure. I'm scared. I guess my Fields of Mystery is haunted. My game crashed. Oh no, did I curse you? Did my game somehow curse your game? What have I done? My game made a horrible noise and then cursed every other Fields of Mystery game within a digital 3-mile radius. Bye, Colt. Bedtime, Hamlet. Anyways, every day the horrors persist, and so do the traffic closures of various roads throughout Seattle. And every day, I think I found a new way to go home. There's a new closure that is causing problems. It doesn't even have to be a closure on the road I'm on. It just has to be a closure next to the road that I'm on. Life is suffering. Wait, is my house actually bigger? It said my house was expanded, but then it didn't say anything about my house. Whee! Go inside? No. busy. The actual house or your land? No, it's the house. Unfortunately, I think at this current point in time we have all of the land expansions that we could ever get, which is this direction. I think using my mouse to direct, because this was the addition that we got, I think that this spot right here and this spot right here are additions that you could possibly get in the future. Am I right? I have no idea. Am I wrong? I also have no idea. All I know is that I want it. Oh, I did not need that. Can put gold egg in here though. Yum. Okay. Have there been changes to my house? A room. How delightful. Okay, so the next tier is gonna take 20 silver, which I have quite a bit. And then we need to get to 500 stone and 500 wood. Why did I do that? I don't have the mental capacity for another farming game. I do, but I don't think I'm a normal human being. So, like, it's probably fine. We need to get the Breath of Flame at some point. I had one, but then I think I gave it to somebody else. On accident, probably. I guess that could be the thing, is to go back into the mines to get the stone and the Breath of Flame. So I don't have anything I need to chop down today, or like grow today. Ooh. Can I just set this on the ground somewhere? Okay. Sure. I guess. Fascinating. I have no idea what's happening in this video game. Hi, March. I need to make all of the ingots in the world. Oh. Okay, I need to make that many ingots. Okay, so yeah, I have enough ingots now to do the upgrade. So I just need to up my stamina again, and then we can go drop off and sell a whole bunch of things, and then we can do it. I believe in us. Bye, Dozy, I miss you. I do think that farming games are one of those, one of those genres that, like, either you're really in it, or you're really not in it. And unfortunately for me, my bank account and my free time, I'm really into the farming games. They do something for my brain. It's your fault. What do you mean? I didn't do anything. I normally fantasize about becoming a power sorceress and going back to gloat over my old classmates. But now I imagine showing up with you on my arm too. Can you imagine? We could give new meaning to the term power couple. She's adorable. I burnt out on Stardew? No, that's valid. Stardew was a lot. Like, legitimately. Like, Stardew hit in that time period where a lot of people didn't have a lot of other major games that they were playing. And so there were a lot of people that just really went full ham on Stardew. And it's the same reason why I don't think I could actually go back and play Animal Crossing again, is because I played Animal Crossing for like several hundred hours over the span of like 3 months. And if I ever see that video game again, I will scream. Let's go 60. Boop. Animal Crossing was the COVID game. It really was. And there's nothing like wrong with it being the COVID game. But like, dear God, the number of people I know that just burnt themselves out on it, insane. And I'm one of them. And when you play a game like that for that many hours, that much, it can do that. Stardew Valley didn't do that for me, but that's because I played it in like smaller but equally intense amounts of playing. So it got a little bit more spread out. Boop. I know they just released some stuff for it, and I know some people were tempted. I don't even think that it's that they've announced or that they added more stuff. I think right now, Concerned Ape released a lot of information about what he wants to do for the next update. And so everybody's been talking ad nauseum about the fact that, like, Clint is the new bachelor and Sandy is the new bachelorette and all this stuff that's going on, and it's a lot. For me it was COVID plus— oh wait, no, you're talking about the Animal Crossing. They added a hotel. And they added a building challenge where you are locked into a theme and a certain, like, palette of items, and then you have to build with that. And I don't understand what's going on there. I have no idea what's going on there. But I watched, like, a couple of people play it, and I was like, you know what? I don't think I can care about this one. I think I have to be done. Come here. Weed powder. I've been given drugs. I forgot that was water and got really worried about the fact that I was about to swim in lava. It's fine. Nintendo's modern save system is infuriating. Well, it's that this is Nintendo's answer to, like, the Steam cloud saves. But, like, even Steam's cloud saves are better than whatever the hell Nintendo is doing. I have a lot of problems with Nintendo anyways, because you couldn't have an alternative profile on a Switch playing Animal Crossing with a different island. They made things both account and device locked at the same time. Which is stupid. Because I know a number of people that had like either a spouse or a sibling that wanted to play Animal Crossing during COVID. And they locked it so you couldn't have another island. And then if anything happened and everything wasn't synced correctly kind of to your account, then it was just lost. Just straight up lost. Hello. Do you want a diamond? I have a diamond. Oh. Cool. Steam's cloud saves are syncing files on your disk. Nintendo requiring a subscription to even transfer a save between devices is fucked. I thought you could do it without that. It was just a pain in the ass to do it without it. Or maybe it was a pain in the ass and then they put it behind a subscription wall at some point. Okay, we're running away because I don't have any more stamina. Remember back when you had to save the save data to a hard disk and carry it to your friend's house? God, I miss those days, like, so much. Or like when you could accidentally get somebody else's save information because they returned it to Blockbuster and they didn't overwrite it, and so you just had their save data. Do you want to know how many used games I held on to somebody else's save data because it made the game more convenient for me? I had a copy. I had a used copy of Glover. I had a used copy of Glover in which the person who had owned it before me had beaten the entire game and unlocked everything. And so sometimes when I wasn't bashing my head against trying to figure out what the hell was happening in the game Glover, which if you've never looked that up, please go look it up and just go look at the screenshots of that fever dream of a game. I would just open up that alternative save file and then I would just play whatever level I wanted to play. And then I would be very lost and confused the entire time, and I would not be able to figure out what was going on. Why? From Nintendo's website, an internet connection is required to transfer save data. The save data transfer tool is used to transfer save data does not copy save data. Yeah, I knew that part. Yeah, no, there were tons of people that got fucked over because of a bad update for the Switch, and they were trying to update to a new device, something fucked up, and they lost all their save data for everything. I still have my FF10 save data on a PS memory card. Okay, I need the opinions of nerds. I keep looking at Final Fantasy, and every day I am more and more tempted to just play old Final Fantasy games for the sake of playing old Final Fantasy games. Where do I start? Where do I start with all of that? Which one do you recommend I play? Because if nobody gives me any recommendation, I will go all the way back to the original Final Fantasy, and I will go play that one, even though it will be awful the entire time. Start with Final Fantasy 2? Okay. You can skip the first one. I probably don't need it, because I'm very certain that it's going to be a lot of, like, this is how you play an RPG. I know they're not sequentials here. I just have never played them. Ever. In my lifetime. I think I own Final Fantasy VII, the original version, but the Switch port, and I never played it. I bought it and then never played it. Because I don't know what I was doing. I don't want you. Thank you. You go in the box. Nope, put that back. I fixed it. Nope. I have 2 to 10 on stream. In fact, I have different versions of some. I know that there have been a couple of new remakes of some of the way, way older ones. I know a lot of people really like 10. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII is out there in infamy for forever, but I don't really want to play that one because I know the story inside and out. The Pixel remakes are pretty good for the early ones, and they're not that expensive on Steam. And I think I've caught a couple of them while they've been on sale, and they can get a little bit lower than what you'd expect. Hamlet. I can do this one. Oh god, I have so many of these. Sure, that's mine now. HD remaster of 10 and 12 is good. Or 10-2, not 12, sorry. Whee! Personally don't care for a lot of them after 3 or so because I don't like being rushed. Being rushed? How are you feeling rushed in Final Fantasy where the game is made fun of consistently for the trope of there being tutorials for the first 7 hours of the game? The timer system? Maybe I understand. I don't know if it would really bother me that much. Valve can't count to 3, Final Fantasy couldn't stop counting. I mean, they still can't stop counting. They're still making more of those games. They're making- what? Suikoden is getting an anime? Am I surprised? No, I've decided I'm not surprised. If I've heard rumors that they want to make a movie about Uno, the card game, nothing surprises me anymore. Which I still don't know how the hell they're gonna pull that off. We're at the end of history. I'm just hoping that we can usher in the end of capitalism so that I can witness a whole bunch of very creative people do a whole bunch of, like, batshit insane stuff very quickly. That's all I want. I just want to watch them do some, like, absolutely insane shit. And there are people that are doing insane shit. There's the dev that's behind Nightmare Cart that's putting out a PS1 styled show. That's a little guy. There is a whole bunch of indie animation that's getting done right now. Like, tons of it, actually. There's... I'm trying to remember what else I had seen recently that looked really cool. Lots of authors doing some really, like, interesting stuff. AI might end capitalism. Oracle's doing layoffs. Hold on. Can we talk about this one for a hot second? Can we just talk about how Oracle is realizing that they're in a lot of, like, financial straits Because they can't keep doing this. What the hell? You're going in my pocket. Ooh. Wait, that's so pretty! I'm keeping that. Hi Luna, I hope you're doing well. I am begging. I don't think they're gonna die, but like a whole bunch of companies, Microsoft, Oracle, other companies have had to push back things that they have been doing with data centers because there's literally too much cost and it's not getting them enough money. So they're all pushing back or getting rid of those projects. They are laying off staff because they don't need all of those people working for them and just costing them more money while the AI is costing them everything. Uncommon crustacean. Do I really want him? You're rare. Hold on. Rare. 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 Legendary. Common. Do I have another rare? No, you're common. Rare? Can I put you in here? No. It would never let me put you in here. No, it would never let you put in there. Is there another rare bug in here? Do I have any more rare bugs? Have a good night, Minty. Take care of yourself. Rare bug? Uncommon bug. Rare bug? Uncommon bug. A second room. Oh, wait, I can do so much decorating now! Oh my god, hold on, I need to go. Hold on, wait, hold on. I'm normal. You're in here. Are you? Where are you? Are you back here? Oh, yes. Hello. Turn in. Thank you so much for shipping out those meals, Stan. I'm glad that we've been able to help our fellow Aldarians in a time of need. Treasure. OpenAI has just been throwing away cash? Yeah. It's, well, I mean, all of them have been basically just tossing money into the garbage. So, not really surprised about that one. I need to make paper. Let's go make paper. OpenAI has no income like either was saying. Yes. No, of them, OpenAI is the worst off, but all of them are kind of fucked. Well, okay. What's it called? Who owns Claude? It starts with an A. Anthropic, that's what I'm thinking of. Anthropic is really speedrunning death right now. But not of their, well, kind of their own volition, but kind of not of their own volition. Where the government hates them and has declared them a supply chain risk, which we have never done to a domestic company. Which is certainly a time. I don't have enough wood. Okay, wait. I want to make a cohesive... Okay, hold on. Wait. What do we do in the left and right wings of our house? Do I make a cute little kitchen nook? I could make a cute little kitchen nook! Oh my god, wait. Oh, if I did that, I'd want tile, but I want cute tile. I don't want that. That's so boring. Blue tile. Which, you know, things are bad when the evil AI company is the voice of reason. It's absolutely nutty, and it's screwing over a lot of things all at once, which is super interesting. We'll see what comes of it. We'll see what they manage to do with everything that's going on, and see if they figure out how to not really fuck over everybody in the process, which I'm not holding my breath for. I don't want that. I don't like those colors. The lovely cottage one is kind of nice. I do that one with the blue. I could also do this with the blue. I want this one. We might have to go cut down some more trees. Because I think oh wait, which side do I want to have what? Let's put the kitchen over here. Oh, that's very bright. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe we leave it as this. What else do we need? We need furniture. I can make a table to put in there. Oh, I definitely need more stone. Okay, we might have to go to the... I might have to go see Dozy so that I can have more stamina so I can go cut down all of the trees. Who would have guessed of all the people gaming the system are eating each other, trying to get a leg up? It's not surprising at all. The thing that is most disappointing about all of this, and the thing that I will keep coming back to, is that there are so many people that are going to experience such negative side effects from everything that's going on. I'm talking about the people that I think are stupid, who are relying on AI. I'm talking about the people who are going to get screwed out of jobs because now all the tech companies who have invested all their money in all of this bullshit are going to turn around and be like, well, we can't pay you anymore because we're in debt because we invested in this. And so there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be going through a lot more over the next however many years as we try to navigate and get back from whatever we are dealing with. Things like UBI, like a universal basic income, can obviously help with like the number of people that are just straight up not going to be able to get jobs for an extended period of time because of what this has done to the economies across the world, and especially in the tech sector. I want to see more residencies and more things that allow people to do creative things. I want to see more things like, there's a couple of things that are like, I guess like experiences that I've seen advertised for places like Scotland and other places in the UK or in Europe, where you go and you live basically in a shop and you run the shop for a certain number of hours per day, and that's how you pay for it. You don't pay for anything else. I think they might give you a little bit of a little bit of money to like do things like get food and other things, but like you just go out there, you live something, you live there, you live. You get to live, you get to do things that like otherwise you wouldn't normally get to do. You get to have a good experience and you get to live a good life. Just for like, even if it's for a brief period of time. The number of people that I've seen do residencies that have come away from those experiences just better off. Wonderful. There's this thing in Seattle, near Pike Place, there are a series of buildings where the whole premise of it is that the lower part of the building, because there's like these little units, so the lower portion of the unit can be used as a shop. And there's an apartment with like everything up on top of it. And so these people live in this area where they get a lot of foot traffic all the time. It's a whole bunch of really interesting artists that do all sorts of interesting things, and I know that it's supported by, like, local arts programs. Like, they're placed there because of the arts programs in Seattle being like, yeah, we want to do this. We want to support artists and help artists make money, so why not just give them this? Also, ads start in 3 minutes. I want to see more stuff like that. Okay, I need to give this to somebody. Have I bought everything now? Well, besides the things that I can't buy. Nope. Nope, I still need to do more cooking. And I still need to do more crafting. But yes, I have done all of that so far. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Fiddlehead, perch, pomegranate. I forgot to give her that. Tilapia, pheromone request, which I cannot do. Some of the most creative people I look up to got their start with residencies. Look Mum No Computer did that for a while. Now Bro is going to Eurovision. I think it's really just that, like, residencies... How do I say this nicely? In the US, if you talk to somebody about the possibility of doing a creative residency, so we're not even talking about, like, internship at a tech company. We're not talking about internship at a major business. None of that. Residency, which is basically an internship for the creative field. People would look at you and say, like, why are you doing a residency when you could be doing something quote-unquote more productive? And I hate that. Hi, Time. I hope the dogs are good. I felt so discouraged with digital art lately, hence why sewing is my current focus hobby. No, I think that's valid. I think it's really hard. Well, digital art right now is in quite a predicament, but, like, it's so hard right now being in the creative fields and looking at the internet and being like, can I actually do this anymore? And if you're in that rut or you're in that moment of saying, like, is it worth making these things anymore? I just need to remind you that some of my favorite pieces of anything that has ever been made are the things that people made because they were angry and upset and just needed to vent out feelings, and then they made a thing, and that was all they did that day. And they made something really stupid that turned out really fun. Art is hard. I think the process of art is what a lot of people are forgetting is the important part. I need to tell you, okay. Waither's gonna say words eventually. I've actually had people say that to me when I've started my apprenticeship. Everyone was just like, you know enough, just start your own dog training company, which not what I want in the first place, but also no. Learning is so valuable, process is so valuable. There is an artist out there that I absolutely love her content and the glimpses that she gives into her process. And I've talked about her before, and I cannot remember her name because I can't remember names to save my life. She talks about how a lot of her work is very slow. I need you to know that the kind of work that she's doing is like, also ads are happening, so I'm gonna sit here and rant for a second while we do this. The kind of art that she does is the kind where you do a very large, like, couple of brushstrokes to kind of set the stage, and then the artist spends a majority of their time very minutely filling in details and creating lines on the canvas with small shapes, stippling, small things that take a lot of time and planning, even if you're not, like, literally sketching it out what you want to do, just, like, the mental planning of, like, how you want some of the things to flow, like, all of that work just is time consuming. And I have never felt more peaceful watching someone's creative process than watching someone just so quietly do that kind of work. It's so wonderful to see. And I love that, like, no matter, it's been years since I originally saw her, and she has continued to do that same kind of slow process. She does not speed up. She does not try to meet the demands of other people. She does her art and then posts it and then sells it and does things on commission and clearly explains to them, hey, this is going to take me XYZ number of days, months, weeks, whatever. Do you want to do this? And people are, and I would if I had more money. People want that. When I think about things like the gorillas, like if you look at the gorillas, which I'm so afraid to look this up in, I'm not allowed to hit any buttons. I cannot play any of this music. I just need to look at this. I just want to look at their discography. I don't want to see all of it. How do I, can I just, maybe I should just look this up on Wikipedia instead. Hold on. Okay, so the gorillas have existed since 2001. They are 25 years old. 25-year-old band, pretty much. 2001 was their first album. 4 years later, in 2005, was their second album. 5 years later, in 2010, was their third album. I don't count The Fall. Humans came out 7 years later. The Now Now, which was kind of a little bit smaller, and the Song Machine, there's some like little things in there that came out between Humans and the next major album, which was Cracker Island, which came out 6 years after that. The Mountain, which is their next major album, came out this year, and that was 3 years. And that's one of the quicker ones that they've done that I would consider like a major release. The Now Now was also a pretty big release, but it felt like a part of Humans in a way. It was weird. I don't know how to describe this. Some of the ones that came out 2017, 2018, 2020 all kind of like combined into one in my brain. But like, I think of the Gorillas as such a wonderful piece of collective media. The story that's been told across all of the albums, the music that's been created across all the albums, everything that has come up in all of these albums really has been a labor of love from everybody collectively involved. All the artists, all the musicians, all the guest stars, everybody that has been involved. It's been a labor of love to create all these albums. And they've done it sometimes quickly in comparison to what other people are doing, but like when you look at the way that other groups were churning out albums like every 2 3 years for an extended period of time, and then you look at the fact that the Gorillas went, yeah, so we're gonna take like 5 years to figure this out, and then like 7 years after that they're like, here's your next major album. I want more people to be able to take the time that they have for the Gorillas. And granted, the Gorillas is weird because it comes from very famous, very popular people that were doing stuff before. And they have the luxury of doing that and of taking some risks that some people aren't. But they've also done so well. The other end of the spectrum, do you know Dinosaur Jr.? I have never heard of that. American rock band formed in 1984. What did they do? Okay, hold on, wait. Their first album was in 1985, and their most recent album was in 2021. It's one guy. I hope he's having a grand time. I will go look this up later. Feel the Pain was the only hit. Oh no. I love that though. I love people that are just doing passion projects. Didn't Daft Punk kind of do the same thing, or I'm mixing them up with others? I don't know. I actually don't remember the breakdown. Sorry, I'm not looking at anything in this video game anymore. We'll make sure that we finish like 2 days. Where is their discography? Well, actually, yeah, no. So, Daft Punk is weird because Daft Punk did Homework in 1997 and then 4 years later did Discovery in 2001, and then 4 years after that they did Human After All, and then from about 2006, for a while after that, they were doing a lot of touring. They were doing the Tron movie. Well, no, because the Tron movie would have been, when did the Tron movie come out? Tron movie. When did that Tron movie come out? No, I don't want that one. Give me the franchise. Films. No, Tron Legacy was 2010. So 2010, they were doing the Tron Legacy album. Daft Punk waited 8 years to do another full album. And they were working with a lot of other people during that entire period of time. They did a lot of other things in there, but they really took their time with putting out another album, which I really love. I really do. And now they're gone. And now they're dead, but that's okay because I think there's a couple of interesting through lines with Daft Punk. There are members of they've been in other things. That's the funniest part of all of this, is that like Daft Punk has been doing stuff for so long that like they're just everywhere and nowhere all at the same time. There's another band that did the song, is it 1901? I think it's 1901, that used to be in a different band with Daft Punk. Now I have to go look up who that is because I'm going insane. Oh, it's the band Phoenix. Hold on. Oh, no, maybe I'm misremembering it. I am misremembering it. Okay. 1995. 1995. A group of 4 guys get together to make a band. 2 of these guys become Daft Punk. 2 of these guys become Daft Punk. They were just in a different band beforehand. And they all split up and do weird things, and it's very fascinating to watch how it happens. No, it's very, very normal. It's just really funny because some people look at Daft Punk and go like, well, they would never do anything else. They've been making electronic music since forever. No. Those weird Frenchmen were out there doing all sorts of stuff. You just had no idea. Because you didn't speak French, and the internet didn't exist, and we don't get the spread of music then as we do now. Like, if I have to hear Papa Ute one more time, I love that song, but I've never before in my life, but before social media and after social media, seen music spread internationally quite the way it does now. It's fascinating. I love it. It's also a menace to my brain. Oh, that's right. This is where I start needing hardwood and refined stone. I'm not getting that upgrade anytime soon. Did you know that the most prolific pop writer of this century was a grunge star, one-hit wonder, and is still a meme? No, that doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, like, when you think about it a lot, I think about the fact that, like, we are constantly talking about how much people love the music of even, like, K-pop Demon Hunters. And if you go look at the people behind K-pop Demon Hunters, these are people that have been writing K-pop hits for years. Or non-blondes. When I wake in the morning and I go outside. there's so many good songs and things that are written out there, but like people get to be a one-hit wonder. And sometimes that is an actual like blessing, because then you're asked and like tagged in to work on other music, because people go like, well, you can find the sweet spot here, so find it for my music over here. There's so many people. And the number of like, not even like, they're not ghostwriters, but the number of people making music that are, if you go and look at the credits for the writing and for the music that they are creating, you will slowly be able to find like this weird collection of producers and musicians and writers that have been curating your taste for years. And you would have never guessed that they were there. I need to put away the animals before I forget. Because I will forget. Beautiful by Christina Aguilera was written by the four non-blondes lady. Yeah, no, like that happens all the time. And I love it. And there's Gautier. What about him? What did he do? She wrote a bunch of Pink songs? Yes. I knew that one. I think. Possibly. Maybe I didn't really remember that one, but I know Pink's had a lot of people that have written a lot of stuff. I know Katy Perry's had a lot of people that have written stuff. Justin Farrell, yes. There's a lot of like, oh, you mean this person that's been singing these songs that I love has never written a bunch of them? Or they've written everybody else's songs and have not been making music because they've been writing everybody else's songs? Makes sense suddenly. And if you trace it through, you can find a whole bunch of people that have been making music for so long and writing a whole bunch of music, and you'll realize that you've been jumping around songs throughout periods of your life, not because you just like every band, but because you like a musician that's been writing a whole bunch of music for a whole bunch of different people. I've done this deep dive once or twice where I'm like, I suddenly understand why I liked this series of songs and had no total disregard for the artist behind them. It makes so much more sense after that point. A whole lot of 60s and 70s music is like that to me. Yeah, and it was happening then too. Or like, it's just, there's just so many people out there that have been doing so many things that like nobody's conscious of. Because nobody talks about it that much because we don't think about it that hard. But then when you start looking, you're like, oh, okay, so this song was recorded 15 different times by 15 different bands. And this one was the one that like made it through, and then I found this cover later and this cover later, all out of order. 10 bands would record a version of the same song. Well, it's like, Hey Mickey. I unironically like the original version of Hey Mickey, which is called Hey Kitty, way more than I liked Hey Mickey. At the same time, though, they did do a lot of that too. I think that might have been like kind of like no, it's not the way we do covers now. They transpose it into different musical genres. Which is delightful. I wanted a table. I don't want a picnic table. I would need rabbit fur. Maybe I need to be working on my... Uh-oh. Do I need to be working on other things again? Say it ain't so. I want this. I want more covers that have the artists inject their own style into the music. Please don't just keep it mostly the same with slightly different instruments or your voice instead. I mean, yeah, I would love for people to actually, like, take more of a chance on some of the stuff. I understand why a lot of agencies or different companies will be like, yeah, no, you're just gonna, like, make what we... Hold on, I'm cheating because this is gonna take too long if I do it this way. Beep. Come on. Okay, we have that. There's a lot of creative control that winds up getting put in the hands of companies rather than artists, and I think that is my biggest disappointment. I'll make this one. Take a classical harpsichord piece and turn it into a beautiful electronic mess you're known for. Take that heavy metal song and turn it into a sad solo piano piece. I am begging. For some musicians, they will never be able to do that because, again, a company has a really tight hold on what they are meant to be doing and how they are meant to be doing it, which is not what I want to see. It is very disappointing. But I really, really wish... I apparently need 2 spots for this. I really, really wish that companies would see that experimentation is going to end up being better overall. Maybe I just move all this over. I think I just take off the ones... Oh. Wrong. Nope, that's just throwing things. Nope, just... Beep. Beep. And we'll put something else right there. Put this back down. I like my flowers next to my bed. Okay. Oh, the pots and pans can come with me finally. I should have been doing stuff outside. Did I feed my animals? Okay. It's fine. They're fine. They'll live. Speaking of leaving in musical defects. Ooh, I love weird noises. I need more music that is imperfect and has the mistakes left in. Yes. Well, that's why I like Daft Punk's concert album, Alive 2007, 2006, whatever they titled it. I love that album so much because you just hear the entire audience screaming the entire time. And it brings me such joy to hear them yelling in the background. And to hear people actually enjoying the music that is being played. But I always also have, okay, so we're gonna get very into the weird niche feelings that I have about things. Cat's Eye is a K-pop group. I've already lost somebody in the crowd that is listening. That is okay. Cat's Eye is a K-pop group. They're technically an international group, but because of the company they're owned by, they are K-pop. They have a new song. We're not going to talk about the quality of the song, like the linguistic, lyrical value of the song. It does not matter right now. They have a song that they had started performing that was called Internet Girl. Now, they did not put that song out there as a single before they started playing it at live shows. They were just playing it at live shows. So all of my very first experiences with that song were listening to the audience yelling it, the live vocals, etc., etc. They released that song It sucks in the studio version because there's a lot of things that were just more energetic when the audience was there, when they were doing the vocals live. There's also a weird line that's voiced by what sounds like a baby, and I hate it. So I don't like the soundtrack of the new Wicked movie. I have also never really cared for Wicked. Of course, drove me the most insane was that Popular, of course, became an audio for short-form content. They left in an artifact in the chorus. It's on the U in the word popular. They also did a lot of the singing live when they were recording the scenes as well, which was fascinating. And I don't remember which version of the audio was going viral, because there was the studio recorded version and then there was the movie version. Good chunk of my draw to Look Mum is the fact that all his synths were designed and built by him. Literally no one sounds like him, because they can't. I mean, that is fun. The live version is so much more fun. I have loved a lot of the fan remixes of it, though. No, I don't think there's anything bad with it, but that live version is really, really good. And I want to see more live versions of things become popular. Basically, what I'm saying is that I feel like a lot of the soul of a lot of work comes from people really just putting their all into something. And at this point in time, a lot of companies really don't care if their artists put their whole heart into something. And so you will find a lot of people like Look Mum No Computer and a lot of other smaller artists that are able to put a lot of soul and body into their voice. There's a lot of Chappelle Roan songs from her early work that hit way different compared to anything that she recorded and performed after she's gotten more popular. The same thing happens to writers. You get a writer who is really passionate about their work, so they went out of their way to put together an ebook, they self-published it, they did everything themselves, and yeah, the cover's a little jank, and there's a couple of spelling errors, and all this stuff here is a little bit weird, but they put their whole heart into it, and it hits way different than whatever their publisher asked them to do after they got signed. Every single time. And I think the big companies suck the fun out of making things. I haven't heard the live version, but I kind of get the vibe from the internet girl that it was the kind of song I'd like more in that context. Higher energy, live performance, etc. It changes a lot for K-pop, especially because of how performative it is. I feel like the stage performance is almost as important in K-pop as the song. They aren't all meant for listening casually necessarily, if that makes sense. No, it does, absolutely. No, there's a lot of that too. The context for K-pop is usually about the spectacle of it in the most positive way possible. It's about the spectacle of it. Hold on, I'm taking this kitchen. How big is the kitchen? Okay, so we need from about the blue slab to the blue slab. I've already immediately forgotten where I was setting this down. Right there. I understand again. Until I don't. It's fine. Okay. So now we put dish right there. We're gonna put that right there. I could put counter over here. Can I put the counter over here? Little tiny counter. Put something small there. Garlic goes behind there. Nope, don't cook. We're not cooking. Pots and pans can go over here. I only know gnarly. That's okay. I shouldn't say I don't like cat's eye, I don't like gnarly. You could hate cat's eye, I don't care. Song almost pisses me off. You can hate it.
The ether is EP.
Have a good night, Aether. Take good care of yourself. Get good sleep. There is no offense anywhere in you deciding that you hate a band or not like the sound of a band. I am the last person that is going to tell anybody, like, if you hate a song, you're the worst person in the world, because that's just not how music works, and it's never worked that way. I have one of the most eclectic tastes of music that I've ever known. And again, I've done some like tracing of like, oh, well, I actually just like some of these writers that I've been following around that I didn't realize I was following around. That doesn't matter. But I've listened to a lot of random stuff. So like, I will listen to music and it does not matter who it is. I will find something to like about it. But I will never ever give someone grief for not liking a band or a song. If the music doesn't make your brain feel good, it doesn't make your brain feel good. For me, I can then look at a song like 2 years later and be like, okay, I get it. What about country? I mean, if you're talking about OG country, oh, I can find plenty to love about country. Because there's old country that is good, that sounds really good. But it's not modern country. Because most of modern country is just, I cheated on my wife, she hates me, everything sucks. Somehow the dog stole something from me. I don't know what they're really doing. Like, there's just a lot of, like, really shitty songs that people have written that I'm like, well, yeah, of course this sucks. I could have 2 fridges! Oh my god, I could have a fridge for ingredients and a fridge for dishes. I could have 2 fridges. No, I'm too lazy. But I could have 2 fridges. Can I put a fridge over here? What happens if I put a fridge? Nope. Can I not turn this? No. I can throw it on the floor. Could I have fit another one in there? Two fridges. Two fridges. I've been lurking, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off for the night, trying to improve my sleep schedule a little bit. Good luck, Zir. Take care, get good sleep, all that jazz. I'm a man with 2 fridges. Bucket brews made. Cool. I have an ingredients fridge and a made items fridge now. No, Markiplier does not live in the house where he has 5 ovens anymore. He's in fact not a man with 5 ovens. Rug. I want big rug. Do I want big blue rug? Do I want medium rug? Do I have rug in here that I want? I have a lot of rugs on the floor that I just kind of have. Oh. I do kind of like the worn rug though. It's nice. It does not have to look the nicest, it's just nice. I want this rug. Oh. Ooh, maybe this one would look cuter. That one would look cuter. I still like this rug. Yes, perfect. Clearly you don't own 5 ovens. I mean, I think I could craft 5 more kitchens. But I don't think that would practically help me. Okay, you can go back over here. He's only a man with 5 lenses and a mic that may or may not explode. And a render farm in a bathroom. You cannot forget about his render farm in his bathroom. Because, you know, Markiplier's just like that. Tore down the render farm, he should put it back up. He's also a man with a movie now. He is. Render farm is dead. He should bring it back. Mainly because I think it's whimsical. I could put a cocktail on a table! Oh my god, I could put jars places. Oh my god, I can make a really cute tiny potted plant! God damn it, video game. Do I want to make the rectangle rug? The rectangle rug. But then I could put the table on it. Let's do this one. Oh my god, I need lights in there too. Spooky candles! Oh my god, I could add so many things! I could have flame inside my house! That's not helpful for anybody, but it'd be really, really funny. To me. Yeah, we'll put it right. Where do I want to put it? So I put the table. Put it right there. And I can put a table right here. And some chairs, and then we can put something cozy right there. Do I have enough stuff for a table? Do I have a table I want? That's the real question. I don't want the fall dining table. But I wish I had more tables. This is maddening. I also don't want a fishing table. Maybe the basic table would be nice. I like the green of this one. Listen, I'm gonna get this crafting skill up as quickly as possible. I could also just do the basic chairs here, but I could also do blue. I could do blue chair. The colors are pretty off though, so maybe that wouldn't look nice. But I could do this one instead. That one would look cute. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just stick with the matching set. Let's stick with the matching set. I really do hope now that the game is mostly complete, we get more decor and cosmetics as a future update. Oh, they are absolutely going to do that. They are 100% going to be adding some more cosmetics and things. And even if I don't, the modding community will make it happen. They will 100% make it happen. No worries there. Wonderful. This is the weirdest thing. I actually kind of hate that. Hold on. I'm putting them all on the same side. Nope. Okay. I've destroyed everything. Hold on. We start again. You know what? Maybe it'll make more sense like this. Whee! Yes. Hold on. 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 Wait. 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 Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm thinking really hard. To be honest, having a new PC has been insane. I cannot find enough hours in the day to play everything. I know there's so many games to play. It's so miserable, but so happy at the same time. Can I not turn you on from there? God damn it, I thought I could do it. Yes! Yes, I can! Okay. Everything is okay. Yes! 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 Hold on, I want jars. I need jars. Wait, are they? No, they're not in here. Jars. They're the jars. Oh no, I've run out of glass. I can't do everything I wanted to. This is so depressing. Alexa, play Despacito. Okay, you know what? We can do at least a medium jar. I don't know why I'm using a saw to make a jar, but okay. I guess I shouldn't be asking these questions. Put that there. I could put the candles in there. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't need to. I don't think I could play another day of this. Because I'm just gonna get distracted by building again. Okay, but what if I try? Okay, let's try. Let's try. Doing the mines, because that'll go really fast. Oh no. Will it go really fast? I have sudden doubt. I didn't get any more of the thing. I should have gotten more daikon. That's okay, we'll do that. We'll do all the farming and all the mining today. And it will go very fast, and I will not pause it all to ramble during it. We won't pause it all. I will focus. I can be a regular guy. You hear that? I'm a regular guy. Never mind, I have a hot take that I need the universe to think about. I think more mascot horror games should be written as visual novels. They keep just wanting to tell stories, and then everybody gets upset when they tell their story and, like, force you onto a path. I think more mascot horror games should just be visual novels. And that is my hot take for the day. I'm taking no notes. I just think it's true. But they'll never do it because they're cowards. Boop. I need mascot horror to tell the story more directly instead of hiding it so much. You need 6 explained videos to understand it. Is everybody... Yeah, everybody's upset because I screwed up and I didn't send them inside last night because I'm a fool. I'm a fool. That's okay, they can be upset with me. The animals will never forgive you? No, and that's fine. Did this actually call them outside? Yeah, they're all still upset. That's fine. Whatever. They can be upset with me. That's great. That's fine. I need daikon radish. I need frost thing. I need beets. Ooh. A carpet! I love carpet. Oh no. I'm fine. I'm fine in normal. I'm fine in normal. I think. 54. I have enough days for this. My hubris will catch up to me, but not today. Redecorate the entire house for new carpet time. No, I can't do that. It's farming and mining day, and then I can go back to decorating a different day, and by a different day, I mean after I beat Cult of the Lamb. I can't decorate this farm until I beat Cult of the Lamb, and I don't know if that's going to help me or if that's going to hurt me. It could be somewhere in the middle. Time, I want you to know... Well, actually, this goes for every rat that's ever said the phrase carpet at me. I need all of you to know that every time anybody says carpet, and this has nothing to do with anything else that anybody... I do not want to eat the soup. And this has nothing to do with anything that any of you have said at me. But the phrase carpet always makes me think of Filza. And it makes me think about the fact that in the well in his spawn island, there's just a... there's just a car. There's a car down there. That Ian goaded him into putting into the water. And by Ian goaded him, I mean Ian and chat goaded him into doing it. Anyways, Time, I'm not building a gift shop and you cannot convince me to. But I love that stupid car so much. He spent way too long on that. Like, he spent far too long on that. Leaving for 5 ever because Trader hates me. Yep. I hate Time. And only Time. Come on. I just think about that stupid little thing so often. I miss Philza. He's not gone. I just miss him. There's so many worms. Mind arch. Finds the gap. Imsh! No, you're too big. You're not the fish I need. That might have been the fish that I needed, though. How sad. Oop. I hate the person who stole my ice cream because now I want ice cream and I'm ice creamless. Okay, this begs the question. Did they steal it out of your house? Or like... from your groceries? Ah. Who took it? DoorDasher stole it? I think they forgot the bag. Dude, that's happened to me more than once where I've ordered something and I ask, like, I try to confirm. I'm like, did you get the thing? And they're like, yeah, I got it. And then I open my order and it's not there. And I'm like, what? But where my thing? Where my thing? It's just not there. Oh. You guys look like small fish. Are you small fish? You are small fish. That's a shrimp. Okay. Sure. Hell yeah, that's what I like to see. Want bike lanes? Well, bike lanes only work in places where biking is an actual viable alternative. There's a lot of places in the US where even bike lanes could not save people. Rock. If you shop the deals, it isn't so bad. Yeah, it can be easier in some regards for some people to get things from DoorDash. Again, my view of all products in this day and age is you need to eat, you need to get food, you need to get the goods that you need in order to live life. If you need to use any of those other services, you do what you gotta do. Down we go. More want alternatives to driving. No, it's valid to still want that. There's no shame there. I just always want to keep the reminder of, like, you are not morally in the wrong if you are driving, using DoorDash, or doing all these other things. You gotta live somehow. I don't need that, but I think that my wife likes it, so I don't want to get rid of it. So instead I'm getting rid of that. I'm driven by a lot of things, and most of them are my wife. I love my fictional wife. She's so amazing. Beep. Ow. Are you small? You might be small. Are you small? Small. Perfect. Wonderful. Spectacular. Okay, we're leaving, and then we're gonna go to the museum and go turn stuff in, and then we'll go organize things into the house. Bikes wouldn't work here. Rural Maine. The main road up here isn't safe to drive on, honestly. We need a street light up there so badly. People speed, and there's an entire mile and a half next to the river with no barrier aside from trees. Yeah, there's places like that where I see people do things, and I'm like, that's not safe. Please be safe. Please don't get hurt. I wish there was alternatives here. No buses, no taxis. Uber is double expensive than DoorDash, so DoorDash and Walmart delivery it is. Yeah, and then there's like... Okay, grocery prices are fascinating to me. And that is a bizarre sentence to say. Nora. Coconut milk. Grocery prices are... My wife. Hi. You can do as you please. But don't you think it's a frivolous use of your magic to increase your allure? Don't you think it's a frivolous use of your magic to increase your allure? It's not like you need it. What? You're not using magic? My wife. She's embarrassed. My wife thinks I'm hot. This is the same energy as married couples getting made fun of for liking each other. It's just funny and cute. Okay, I have enough rocks now. I just need more... I need more plants and I need more void powder. I'm selling this. I'm also selling this because I don't really want it. Selling fish? What are you? No, I'll keep you. I'll keep the rest of that. Groceries are fascinating, I agree. It's so varied through the states. My brother pays $2.99 for a gallon of milk. It's usually like $6.57 in my state right now. Well, it's not even just that. It's what grocery store is the affordable grocery store? Because in many places, it will be Walmart. In other places, Walmart will be more expensive. And something like a Trader Joe's will have less expensive stuff. Sometimes there will be an Albertsons, Safeway, I'm trying to think of like, what are they? Kroger will be the least expensive. There's so many fascinating things that can happen with what is the most expensive one. I know it's late. I'm fine, video game. There was a period of time where our Target was the cheapest grocery store. And it was fucking wild. Target also has shit groceries. It does have shit groceries. It really, really does. All the apps doing live price gouging per customers. Hate in my heart and soul. I just don't know how they could ever make that actually feasible, workable in a store. And I know they so desperately want to, and I'm never gonna say any ideas because I don't want to give them ideas. How the fuck do you make live price changes in a physical store make sense for somebody? You're just gonna get a lot of complaints all the time from people because they can't tell how much their groceries are gonna cost. Friday night at the inn. I did a week. Cool. So I can do a week in Fields of Mistria in about 3 hours. Fun. Very fun. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for listening to my rambles. We are going to go back to Cult of the Lamb on Thursday. So we'll be back into that. Membership cards maybe, but that's why they're doing it in the apps instead. But like even like okay, but it doesn't make sense because you would have to basically scan all of your you would have to pre-scan all of your items as you are shopping in order to lock in the price. And nobody's going to be able to do that. So, funny up here too, Food City is probably the king, but unfortunately the closest one is 2 towns away. Walmart is good too, but don't get me started about Hannaford. I love very specific local drama about grocery stores. Pisses me off specifically because I have to calculate how much groceries will be before going to the store because I can't see the prices. Get to write a 10-paragraph rant about Hannaford's? Okay. Changing in real time, like how are you supposed to account for that? That's just the scan and go Walmart did and it failed so bad. And they're never going to be able to make it happen anywhere, in any format that they try. But they're going to try so many stupid things and I hope that all the companies learn so many mistakes that they are making. But that's okay. We end the stream with a reminder, again, that the world is crazy, everybody is stressed, it is okay to complain, it is okay to feel powerless and hopeless sometimes, but don't dwell in that. Find other ways in order to feel like you have control over the situation in which you live. Make sure that you are participating in local things. Connect with your local communities. Make sure that you know who's around you and can check in with them. Making local friends is one of the best things that you can do for yourself in a day and age like this. Please make sure that you're doing that in some way, shape, or form. And if you have local friends, check in with them. This reminds me that I need to send a couple of messages to some friends in town that I haven't talked to recently. But that's okay. Check in with people, take care of each other, do things that make you happy, look at cool art, live good lives. Remember that the bad things are not the only things happening, and it is okay to celebrate the good just as much as it is good to be informed about the bad.
Have good time of day, streamer.
Thank you, Luna. I hope you also have good time of day. But I hope that everybody has a fantastic continuation of their week. Please take care of yourselves physically, drink water, eat food, take your meds, take a shower, get some sleep, do all those things that keep you running. Make sure that you're also getting outside, breathing as much fresh air as you can find, walking around, doing things that get your body moving as well. But I appreciate you guys very much. Take care of yourselves. I guess time you don't have to go on a walk, but you can go for a roll, I guess. Whatever you want to do, time, really. If you can't go for a walk, do what you can to do what you can for yourself. Time might be on a roll. Okay. But take care of yourselves. I appreciate you guys so very much. Please make sure to keep that in mind, is that there are people that are caring for you outside of where you can see them. Remember that there's positive things in the world. And I'll see you guys on Thursday for Cult of the Lamb. Goodbye!
Two fridge mares.